Good morning to beautiful patriots of Dominica. Welcome home. Welcome to your sweet Dominica. I know the schedule says that our interaction will be at the end of today's event, but I want to have a small interaction with you. Tell me, a year ago, brothers and sisters, keep it real with me. Did you expect to see Dominica bounce back this resounding way? Did you expect to see the ongoing construction and rehabilitation projects to the magnitude you have seen? So I feel the same way like you here this morning. There are many events around the world where governments talk to people, but there are not many like this one, where you sons and daughters of the soil who have lived here and lived overseas have the opportunity to interact with parliamentarians and even to meet your prime minister in a one-on-one. So we must say Dominica is an exemplary country, an isle of beauty. Being part of this gathering for the first time, I can feel the vibes. I'm especially grateful to the many persons whose hands came together to make this happen. Despite being tested by Category 5 hurricane, look at how far we have come. The warm smile of our people we have known for many years have returned. See how we are smiling today. Through the mercy of God, the visionary leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, and I dare say, Dr. Roosevelt Scott. And his cabinet hard work, and you the people who are based overseas and other friendly nations and various humanitarian agencies, we are still standing. I say we are still standing. Today, my brief presentation will focus on two major areas of development, both of which are part of my ministerial portfolio. That is the environment and urban renewal. My focus will be on the environment, but I want you to understand that you are Dominica's greatest asset. Our next great asset, we can say, is our environment. That's what really differentiates us from the rest of the region, and I dare say the rest of the world. Being known worldwide as the Nature Isle, environmental protection has always been on the high list of priority of this administration and administrations before. We have embarked on the banning of the use of plastic, single-use plastics, in keeping with our vision of becoming the first climate resilient nation as articulated by our Prime Minister. Climate change, garbage disposal, coastal resource management, water resource management, the issue of biodiversity, biosafety, and climate resilience will be fully addressed in a comprehensive environmental bill, which I can assure you we shall soon pass in Parliament. This administration, after we face this devastating Category 5 hurricane, embarked on a major national dredging program across our country. And when we were threatened by both storms, tropical storms in recent time, I'll name one, the one they call Isaac, not Isaac. We saw testimony to the work done by the Forestry Division in clearing all our waterways and ensuring that it did not pose a major negative impact on our different areas where we reside. So we will be doing an ongoing process, a program of reforestation. The aim there is to have 1 million trees planted by the end of 2019. Also, the vision of this administration is to ensure that the area in Portsmouth called, that's the Mang area, next to the Indian River, we are in discussion in regards to ensuring that area becomes a protected area like the other areas we have had in the past. We have ongoing work and will continue to protect our endemic birds like the Cicero parrot and the jackal. And we are right now in discussion at the forestry level in looking at the issue of the wamie and other birds to see if they are endangered. Remember, your government took a major decision this year to ban the hunting of our wildlife. Again, commendation to this administration. In the area of urban renewal, in our Prime Minister's budget address for this financial year, he underlined the necessity for developing Roseau City and positioning it as the first climate-resilient smart city in the region. Rather than get disheartened by Hurricane Maria, we have become more emboldened as we seek to modernize and fortify Roseau City. I will now give you a brief synopsis of our 6-point strategy that will ensure that Roseau City becomes the gem of the Caribbean. First of all, river walls. The transformation of Roseau City into a modern climate-resilient smart city will involve the completion of river walls from both the northern and southern side of the Roseau River, starting from the sea and moving right up to Uwe. That this will significantly lessen the likelihood of flooding and protect our capital city from rising river levels caused by torrential rain. In regards to the bridge, or the many bridges, the rehabilitation of all the bridges spanning Roseau River is presently ongoing. The intention here is to ensure that all bridges are as climate resilient as the new West Bridge. Remember, when we had the opening of the Roseau West Bridge, I attended the ceremony. Some of us may have had issues in regards to the process, but when development comes your way, we must all come on board, and that's what I did. All of us, we grew up in Dominica, so we know that we have been challenged in Roseau by the issue of traffic congestion and parking. So these two major challenges, we will tackle it. But in order to alleviate this problem of traffic congestion, your government, this administration, has in its possession final designs for the construction of a major bypass through the Botanical Gardens. This bypass road will pass through the back of Botanical Gardens and will link to the Emsall Road close to Uwe. And work will soon commence on this initiative. In regards to parking, plans are being developed for the construction of a free tier level parking facility outside of the city center. We have had discussions with a son of the soil, an industrial engineer, who have proposed and suggested that we should use vertical parking systems in small lots in Roseau City. There is an investment opportunity for you, and I think we should take it serious and we can discuss it on the side. But this is an investment opportunity. Let's talk now of the modernization of the infrastructure of Roseau City. Last year showed us that although our utility production systems were in place, like the generators, all that were in place after Hurricane Maria. They were not damaged. But we had a major challenge with the distribution system because they were severely damaged. So moving forward with this lesson in mind, what we need to do, the government has already fast-tracked the implementation of the phase of the Roseau City redevelopment project, which stipulates the burying of all utility distribution lines underground. This construction will involve new drains, user-friendly sidewalks, and the enhancement and beautification of the city to include green spaces. Work has already commenced, and the public will start feeling the full impact of this project within the next few months. I almost end. The Botanical Gardens. A committee has already been formed, and this committee is meticulously working on a comprehensive rehabilitation and modernization of the Botanical Gardens into an urban park. The vision here is to establish the Botanical Garden as a focal centerpiece and a demonstration of Dominica's ecological prowess to the world. This new development of the gardens will include, but not limited to, rose gardens, fruit orchards, a reception center to take advantage of the new trend in experiential tourism, a modern restaurant, water features, and I dare say, a mini golf course, so all of us could enjoy it. Housing. Government has already spent over $2 million as direct support for roof repairs in Roseau, in either cash or materials that is in post-Maria, and more is projected to be spent. The ambitious plan is to reach everyone and leave no man down. We're carrying everybody because it's our island, all of us have a stake. As part of building climate resilience in the city, your government has embarked upon a heavy transformation of Roseau City to include the construction of 134 dwelling units and 20 commercial spaces in Roseau City. The clearing of lands has already begun in the Pong area, and full work will commence sometime in December. These properties will be similar in design and stature to those in Bellevue-Chopin. You can ask the PAL rep for the Petit Savant constituency, Dr. Kenneth Daru, how brilliant it is, and that will continue across the country, not just Roseau. By the end of this financial year, your government would have spent over 100 million Eastern Caribbean dollars in the redevelopment and repositioning of Roseau. Give this administration a round of applause, please. Before I close, it will be remiss of me not to mention that after days after Hurricane Maria, I met with the Cabinet Secretary and the Prime Minister and offered my service to ensure that in the development of Dominica, I would have taken a patriotic and nationalistic approach to development of my country. I want us to understand that as Dominicans, we may see things differently, but we must focus on positivity. We must criticize constructively. And though there is the technology of the internet, using Facebook and Twitter and the other social media, we should use it to bring all of us together so we can build a better Dominica. Once again, I wish to welcome you back to your homeland, Dominica, especially during our 40th celebration of independence, which is celebrated under the theme, My Home, My Land, My Dominica, Building a Resilient Nation. May God continue to bless you, your families, and our Dominica. Thank you.